Fanatically Correct. Brought to you by us, fans like you, but mostly us.
I'm looking for a friend.
你要去哪里？你要去这边？你知道这里是哪里吗？
WestWorld.
In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
It's like this is gonna be a rough cast. Rough cast is broke cast.
Just keep changing every week.
So-
I like it.
So yeah, let's see. Hopefully we'll have some more episodes, some more content, since everyone's going to be doing the at-home thing for a while, and we'll give something for the people to
Looks
listen
like
to
for a couple of weeks is what I'm hearing.
out there, unless Omega over here keeps having power outages, interrupting dialogue in the episode. So yeah, I'm your host, Omega.
MSK?
Yo, peace.
And of course, this is Fanatically Correct. And I guess, I don't know, before we get into what looks like most likely will be the main topic, we'll just get it over with that we're going to be doing a lot of binge watching, a lot of at home watching and gaming.
A lot of rewatching.
A lot of rewatching and reading.
Rereading, rewatching,
Rereading.
Rereading.
Regaming.
re-editing,
Yep.
re-editing, a lot of re-editing.
Yeah. Well, not re-editing. They're just editing.
Okay, sure.
I'm not going to re-edit
No, you need to-
49 episodes.
You have to.
No, I'm not going to.
You have to.
We're up to that many already? Wow.
We're almost at 50, I think. We're like at 47
Yeah,
or
we
something.
had like a 50th anniversary or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll probably do that next year.
50th episode. That's hilarious. So, yeah, like I said, maybe
It's
I get
hilarious because
into,
it's true.
I know, maybe I get into Supernatural a little bit later. They did start back up from their hiatus. We'll see how long that lasts. As everyone knows, a lot of things film-wise are getting pushed back. Filming-wise are getting pushed back. I don't know if Supernatural's going to be affected by that. I know like shows like The Flash got affected by that because
Right.
they start spitting out episodes before they finish filming the season, and now apparently they can't finish filming the season.
What episode is Supernatural on right now?
Right now I think like episode 15 or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Their season's done already. They filmed it.
no, I'm pretty sure they're done.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen or heard or read any
Yeah.
rumors about them not being able to finish. I know The Flash for sure just got pushed back. We already know all the Disney stuff that's happening, all the other movies that are happening. So there's going to be once this is all said and done, and hopefully everyone out there survives this well, there's going to be a mass jump of film and television, everything all at once. Once we're able to get back out to the theaters and stuff like that. But for now, it looks like a lot of binge watching is going to happen.
Well, yeah.
So,
A lot of studios are thinking about releasing things for streaming.
Right.
yeah, certain things it's worth their while, like
Yeah.
on demand type of thing for like $20 or whatever. We already know certain ones are going to put on their stream channels. Anyone's hoping that Disney's going to do that with Black Widow. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not gonna do that, no.
They're going to push that as far as they got to push it. They'll put
No,
on
and
the
it
same
has to
weekend
go
as
through like
Wonder Woman if they have
HBO
to.
and a bunch of other channels before it gets on Disney Plus.
Yeah, no. They'll punch it onto the theaters, no matter how long they have to wait. It might push everything else, like Falcon Winter Soldier, and Eternals and all of that, because everything connects. and lines
Loki
up.
stopped production too.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, besides the production stuff, just the fact that they connect all of their shows now and movies and stuff, that could affect things as well on timing and stuff. So we'll see. But overall, yeah, we're gonna get to do a lot of nerding out, some gaming, some heisting on GTA, some binge watching, some. I gotta bust out a Nerdcessity list on our Insta or our Facebook or one of those of all the Nerdcessities we've had every episode, because now's a good time to jump on that. Now's definitely worthwhile.
You're gonna
So
re-listen
speaking
to all of them, all of their necessities.
I don't have the memory I used to have. That's what happens when you hit old age. But yeah, no, I haven't. I'm gonna go back and listen to all of the Nerdcessity so we can bust out a list, and then we just keep adding to the list. So that'll be coming to you soon, fans.
Next year.
Whatever number next year, we'll get that out for the 50th episode. For the 50th episode.
For the 50th episode, there'll be another Nerdcessity episode. Another Nerdcessity.
Another Nerdcessity and catch up.
And catch
So
up.
yeah, so to do a little bit of catch up before we jump into WestWorld. How about the Agent Doug, MSK? I think you got on the bandwagon.
Agent Doug. Yeah, I saw maybe the first 2 episodes. I'm not done with it yet.
Nice.
But Agent Doug is he's crazy. He's crazy.
He needs his own sitcom. Like
He needs his own sitcom.
Yeah.
I could see like a Matthew McConaughey play him or someone like that.
I thought the
yes,
same, or maybe a Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds version of him. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people that could do something with the Agent Doug character.
For those
And he's
that
not a
don't know,
character. That's a real life agent.
for those that are listening and going, what the hell is Agent Doug? It's Macmillan TV documentary, mockumentary. What?
No, it feels like a mockumentary.
Actually a
like you said,
documentary.
but it's a documentary.
Totally feels like a
on
documentary.
It's a
HBO.
documentary series. Yeah.
It's great stuff.
There's like
Totally-
6 episodes, so
Totally worth watching. Yeah, exactly. So it's only 6 episodes, especially now that it's all done. It's
Yeah.
a quick watch. Just binge it out, get it over with.
I mean that's
it's
one of the
fun.
things I started binging during the quarantine
Yeah.
time that I've had. So
Oh,
I don't know what you guys what have you guys been watching?
Let me see. What have I been watching? The usual. Finished Hunters.
mm-hmm.
I got
Oh
to
yeah, I
finish
need to start that. I need to
Oh,
start
I think your piece is on Legion. Did you start? No, what is it? Not Kingdom. Did you start that yet? The Kingdom.
Yeah,
season two?
I started that, but then I jumped into Castlevania, so I'm actually finishing Castlevania right now.
Oh, that's funny.
Season
My
3.
wife is watching Castlevania. That's season 3, I think.
Yeah, it's season 3.
Yeah, I need to binge that whole thing. I need to
Yeah,
jump
she's
on
watching that.
And
Actually, today she's like, "Oh, you would really like this." I'm like, "Yeah, you should have told me 2 years ago."
yeah,
It would have been,
it's
it would have been great to watch that.
it's a really good show.
Just
It's a
doing the watch
really
without you.
really good little anime that they got going on there on Netflix.
Yeah.
And obviously Westworld came on, and we're gonna talk about that today. And this, I mean, also I started hitting the James Bond
Yep.
movies.
Joining the bandwagon. on that.
Yep. That's it. That's where I've been. That's where I'm at right now.
How far have you gotten on that?
I'm on I just finished Goldfinger today. Today I just finished Goldfinger.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just starting. Just a little baby.
Okay.
Little baby.
No, I'm actually in the
you're
same.
You're watching them randomly? Or
No,
in
no,
order?
I'm in order. I'm going in order.
In order, yeah. I'm actually the exact same spot where you're at. I think that's the 3rd movie right now. So Goldfinger was the 2nd one, I think.
Not what I'm looking at. Not how I got the order. Goldfinger.
I gotta check the order. I think it's the
Goldfinger-
2nd or 3rd
no,
movie. So I'm still in the beginning too.
Yeah, Goldfinger is actually like number 4 or 5, man.
All right, maybe I'm watching it out of order. I gotta check the order.
Yeah, well,
I've
I'm
seen
going
a few
definitely
on Night
by
Owl.
year. So I'm definitely like
Yeah.
hitting it by the year.
Oh, yeah, release date.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Go by release
Yeah.
date. Yeah, I've watched a few here and there, definitely out of order on whatever, what is it, Pluto? That free stream.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that has a bunch of
they
channels.
have the channel, the whole channel.
Yeah, so they just randomly, like, they'll jump from, Sean Connery all the way to, like, Pierce Brosnan and then back to Roger
Yeah.
Moore. So
Yeah.
it's all over the place, that one.
Yeah.
But it's still good watching. Bond.
It is.
James Bond. What else you got? We got a lot of man, just binging like crazy now. I just it's all bleeding into each other. Finished Hunters. Wait, so you started Kingdom though. I heard the first episode of season 2 is out of hand.
Crazy.
Right? That's what I heard.
Crazy.
Like someone actually told me to watch that and then go back and watch season 1 and then on season 2.
Don't do that. Don't do that. To
Don't
yourself.
do it.
Don't do that. To
Don't do
yourself.
it. He says it's really crazy.
Yeah,
He
no,
says
it's
one of the craziest
it's amazing.
zombie things ever.
It's. I mean, this is like a dream come true for me, man. Because like I love that time period when it comes to like Asian movies, and I love
like the
that they were
samurai.
able to put some zombies into this. So it's amazing. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Wrong.
Yeah. I was about to say he spoiled it like 2 minutes
Yeah.
ago, so it's okay.
No, but it is a samurai zombie. I mean, you see,
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you see the trailer, you get.
I mean, I've
you
never
get to
seen it.
tell.
I've never seen anything about it.
Yeah.
Nah, I've heard about it. it's been on my queue for a while. It's one of those. Everyone keeps telling me to watch it. I put it on my queue, and I just haven't jumped into it. That's when I got the wife's not at all into zombies, and I feel that one's going to be a pretty visual show, so not the kind of series I can watch while working. That's definitely one.
No, you definitely have to sit and watch it. Yes, that is 100% true.
Yeah.
Which is what pretty much what Westworld is. Segueing back to that, this is gonna be an interesting season.
It looks like it.
It looks. Well, listen. As soon as it started, it felt like a different show.
Yes.
Until like the end, where it started feeling a little bit more of what we're used to.
Yeah.
But in the very beginning, it felt like a different. Like it felt like an iRobot type show.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of Black Mirror, Black Mirror essence in this season of as far as the technology and how technology can go wrong or is already going wrong or has gone wrong.
Yeah, it just has that futuristic feel. But I got an iRobot feel, as in like these robots are gonna take over like the real world now.
Yeah.
But
I guess do we spoiler alert? We're gonna go spoilers on this. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Episode, so we'll go spoilers. Reaction, episode 1, Westworld. So spoiler alert. Spoiler.
Now, I just want to get this out of the way. We're probably not. I mean, I don't think we're gonna do one episode for each episode that we come far through it. But
we'll probably be back for the finale.
Yeah, I think that's probably
as far as this topic. Hopefully, we'll have more episodes.
Just in case somebody's like, "Oh man, another place where we can listen to, Westworld talk," and it's not this show, guys.
I mean,
it's not us. I actually have a necessity for that. If anyone wants to listen to another podcast for that.
But I was saying maybe we could do Insta stories or something like that. Like do Insta stories after each one. Like
we could check up on it every once in a while.
Yeah, Monday morning or whatever, and just check in. How we felt, whatever, that type of deal, or just something like that. Chat it or talk about it while we Twitch stream. Red Dead Redemption.
Make sure you say stream after Twitch.
Is that ever gonna happen again? If we Twitch Red Dead Redemption, that's not gonna happen. Anyone ever gonna play Red Dead Redemption again? No.
Yeah. So Westworld.
Yeah.
That's why it came.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead on that game, man. This is not happening. But yeah, so obviously, I mean, if you guys agree with this, season 1 obviously was the better season. I really like season 2, but I acknowledge season 1 was better. But I feel this will be just as good as season 2 at least. I doubt it'll be better than season 1. I don't think anything's gonna beat their first season. I think
season 1, they could have just done season 1, and it would have been like if it was just by itself as just like a one-time shot thing. It could have ended right there. But yeah, I agree. The first season's way better than the second. The second one was good. It started picking up toward the end. A lot of I didn't like Dolores too much last season. I don't know how you guys felt about her, but
you don't like her as a villain?
It was I don't know, man. The turn was kind of quick from season 1 to 2. I don't know.
I know what you mean. I mean, I'm not gonna say I hated her. I just felt like the other stories were more more interesting topic, a more interesting feel for it. So I think her story. I don't think it was a thing where I just hated her. I just feel like it was more like like I said, like the other stories were more. It was just a better feel for them. So I guess they wrote her in wrong. That's all I can see with that season. She was just taking over everything. She was the main villain the whole time, and I could see how that could rub somebody the wrong way.
There was no leading up to it, right? Like it's just like, okay, she's the villain now. Like, there was no redeeming.
I feel there was more. I mean, she was programmed. I mean, she also grew from her programming and all that. But when we got the end of the first season, when they shoot up everybody in the town and all that, we did our spoiler alert, so don't want to hear it. But I feel that was already that's when they setting up for season 2. That's when they made their mark. There was a full switch. And I think the issue with the full switch, which is probably not working for most people, is that there's like almost no remnants of who she was before the switch anymore. You know what I mean? Like
there should still be a little bit of
none of the compassion, none of, you know what I mean? Like she was totally manipulating. It was Teddy, right? It was
She was manipulating Teddy a lot.
She was completely manipulating him. It really didn't feel like she actually loved him anymore, and that was an actual relationship. It just felt like it was a total manipulation. She was a villain, and she was just using him as a minion. Like, you really were starting to get that feeling from her, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's almost no essence of her left from who she was, and then leading to this season now, it's obviously what Aaron Paul is going to be.
For sure.
I was called Jesse Pinkman. He's going to be the new Teddy, the new person she manipulates. Into doing her bidding.
Maybe not only manipulate, but maybe she'll learn something from him. Maybe she'll get some compassion back. We don't know.
That's
what
that's
take us.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna manipulate her. I think he's gonna be. He's not gonna be like Teddy, man. She's gonna bring that back a little bit.
Yeah, he's gonna be that human where she might be able to see as they're not all bad. Exactly. I feel like,
but he's also and sorry to interrupt you, Yopis, but he's also looking. So like just what you're saying, that he's not gonna be like Teddy in that sense. He's looking for a cause. Teddy wasn't looking for a cause. Teddy was just. He wanted to be with her
because it was a program. He was programmed for that. So
exactly. Yeah. But he just wanted to be with her. Where he even says it when he hangs up with the AI friend of the lost friend, Black Mirror. Right there. That program is the one that really reminded me of Black Mirror, of having an AI of a deceased a loved one to like help you with therapy and all that.
Yeah.
When he hung up, and that's what he said. He goes, "I need something or someone." I forget the exact words, but more or less like something or someone to move on with, and something to to do, and then she shows up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which obviously she's been hacking people's AIs and their emails and information, so it totally looks like a setup. I mean, it's obvious. That's what that is.
That's where they're going towards.
Cycle.
Yeah, I mean, he straight up says he's looking for something real, and then comes Dolores, like the very next shot.
The next shot. Yeah, like hello.
So here's it's like, hey, I'm real, but not. But what is real?
And then we got the whole Bernard side story there, where he's in hiding. So we gotta see.
Which was smart. Which was smart of Dolores, like letting him out. To set him up.
Yep.
Yeah, and then she has the other inside clone, which is what's her name? The one who's like the CEO of the company right now.
Yeah, Charlotte
acting CEO. Yeah, so it's gonna get interesting right now. The first episode felt like a lot of look at technology, like a lot of wow moments of
it's
like
setting up the world. It's setting up the world.
Exactly. So we're getting on that, and then like you said, that definitely the Nazi thing at the end is what really made it feel like WestWorld again. Like we finally got another world, but it shows that they're building new worlds again. So they're right back at it. From whatever happened at the end of season 2. So it's gonna get
Well, I don't think they're building new worlds. I think they're just different worlds we hadn't seen. Like they're already built.
Yeah, that's true. That's right, because they said, how many was it when they had said it? We saw the one, the hunting one,
the samurai world, India, samurai world,
the samurai one, Westworld, and
the Taj world, I think is what they called it.
Taj world, So yes, and there was 7 total, I think they said.
Something like that. Something like that. We got to go back and check it.
Yeah, and then it looks like she's been at it for a while, and now she just woke up as her again. So it is what that it was post credit, right? That scene was post credit.
Yeah, post credits.
Yeah, so they're doing a lot of that now. So thank you, Marvel.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you, Marvel. I can't fast forward through credits no more because I might go too far.
Seriously.
So yeah, but I'm digging the setup. It had some good moments in it. I guess we could start theorizing because it's the first episode, so to really dive into it. Like the way you said about the iRobot thing, and I get that's where you're going with it. Is that big orb thing? That's the AI. The I forget what they call it now. What do they call it? The program or whatever, the consciousness.
Yeah, that big one that they're trying to. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's obviously, and I think maybe that's where MSK is going with the iRobot thing. That's going to be what Dolores is trying to either steal or upload herself into. Or something like
or
that
try to
pretty
control
much
it,
bring down
humanity.
Yeah, it's Skynet. It's the Skynet of the.
That's the Skynet of the story. Yeah, that seems to be the Skynet plot of it.
Yeah. So,
but let's start with the beginning. We got a new intro. Yeah. Like we're gonna talk about the new intro that we got.
Yep, new intro. Yeah,
it was nice. A little nice take. It showed a couple of things that were already happening in the first episode. Don't know if you guys noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I did not notice that. I didn't notice that.
I didn't. I
gotta go back and.
I remember it was mostly a bird flying.
There was a.
I noticed that they're using more graphics.
Yeah,
There's within the episode.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go back,
in between
back and look at the intro, there's a lot of hints from the first episode itself, which now I'm trying to see if the second episode has hints for the second episode as well, which that would be a little pretty cool thing. Like what's
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones does it. Yeah. Obviously, BoJack throws in some of those.
BoJack does it all the time.
All the time. Yeah. So it's I like that. I like that new take on intros.
Yeah. And that makes people watch the intros.
Yeah.
Usually you just skip it.
Yeah, now they're forcing us to watch the intros and forcing us to watch through the credits. So good job. So they got this on.
So that was that's it. I'll remove myself now from this conversation. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go. All right. So what do you guys think about the new actors in the series in this season?
I saw.
Let's start with Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul. What do you think
okay.
of Aaron Paul?
I thought we were gonna get into someone else.
Well, I think. Wait a minute. I don't know who you're gonna talk about, but I want to talk about.
I know. You know who I want to talk about.
I don't know who you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Who you want to talk about? But that's funny.
I feel like that's a little bit of a cameo though. But we'll go ahead. Go ahead. Start with Aaron Paul.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Who wants to talk about Aaron Paul? Who wants to talk about Jesse Pinkman?
You go ahead and talk about.
Do you see him as Jesse Pinkman? Like I see him as Jesse Pinkman in anything he does.
No? It's hard not to, especially here's the thing. After seeing El Camino, like here's the thing: if they didn't do El Camino, maybe I would not look at him like Jesse Pinkman. But because we already got a more mature Jesse Pinkman in El Camino, now he's Jesse Pinkman.
He's Jesse Pinkman, right?
He's always Jesse Pinkman.
Not for me.
I got the mature version of that.
Not for me. I actually saw Todd.
I didn't see Todd at all. I heard Todd. I heard Todd.
Yeah, I heard him. You can't hear him nonstop.
I heard him.
Dude, I gotta say, that is without a doubt. I don't know if I mentioned the last episode, but that moment when he said about the hokey pokey, that was deep.
That was deep.
Blowing. I know he didn't write that dialogue, but that's one of the most mind blowing dialogues from something so simple. That was like, I was like, that's just ingenious, man. It's like, and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Dude, that's a genius. I had to side note that from BoJack. Great series. That's definitely an
definitely Pinkman. I definitely do see Pinkman in him. Like that whole time, it's just like, man, this I can't just not see you like as this character ever again.
He's gonna. I'm always gonna see him as that. You know what? In El Camino, I actually think he looks better here.
Yes.
In WestWorld than in El Camino,
which I think that was on purpose.
Yeah. Well, because El Camino, they're still trying to make him look younger.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that was on purpose, though.
To maybe change him up a little bit? I don't know.
Yeah, because he was on the run type of deal. So they want to show you that, you know what I mean? That chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was grittier.
El Camino picked up like right when he has escaped. You know what I mean? When Walter White let him out, and so he's like all banged up and all messed up and all traumatized from everything he just went through.
He said, and Walter White, supposed to be congratulations.
This guy. But he was all messed up in the head from everything, and he's still supposed to be the age that he's at, which that's a little rough in all El Camino. They do it in Better Call Saul too. They're using guys and they're supposed to be younger than they were, and it's a little rough. But you have to play along, because they're not going to drop the Irishman money to re-age those actors. But overall, you forgive it. But I think that's what it is. But regardless, the actor was older when he did El Camino, so the look was
rough. It was rough.
It's still a rough look.
Yeah.
But he's this. I mean, like you said, you can't help but see Jesse Pinkman in this, but it's still an interesting character. I mean, not.
Yeah, he's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna be good, and there's gonna be more range in it. And I want to see if there's gonna be more that happens with the friend. I think we're gonna get a lot more flashbacks because that was not much to give us his backstory. I mean, we have the base of it, but I think for him to grow,
I don't know, man. They gave a lot of the backstory. Like that could have been all of that could have been hinted at throughout every episode.
Like a little flashback type of deal. I think a little flashback.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of just threw all of that. Just all right, this is not Jesse Pinkman. That's what they did.
Maybe that was on purpose, like for a future whatever. Like maybe we don't know. We really don't know where they're.
Yeah, we don't know.
Line up.
No,
just right now, what it seems like is that they threw flashbacks. all of his that character's background, so you don't relate him to Jesse Pinkman. It's like okay, different character. Here you go.
That's funny.
Because you're trying to see the character, not the actor. So yeah, it's
exactly
complicated. But yeah, so it's a little. And now we're gonna see because this guy's great. He's from I don't know if either one of you guys watch Sons of Anarchy, but the bodyguard.
Yeah, Tommy Flanagan.
Tommy Flanagan. Yeah.
Yep. So obviously they're going to do a lot with him, even though I don't know because remember they had Floki from Vikings in season 2. They barely used him, Skarsgård. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they just popped up, and then he wasn't really utilized that much.
Funny that you mentioned Tommy Flanagan because remember the beginning of this episode we were talking about things that I was binge watching, and I actually totally forgot that I binge watched something with him in it, which don't try to judge me. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's do
Downton Abbey.
I was on Netflix and something came up and it said Wu Assassins. And I binge watched the crap out of that and I'm caught up.
Wu Assassins.
Wu Assassins.
And he's in it. He's actually a big part of that show and he was really good. He was really good. So yeah.
Wu Assassins. All right.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Would that be a good? Would that be a good necessity? Or
no.
Is that a necessity?
It's not a necessity. I just wanted to bring up where I saw Tommy Flanagan just a little, like couple of recently. I want to say a couple of like 2 weeks ago. I just recently binge watched that show.
Just recently cut him.
So, yeah.
Well, he's a good actor. He plays strong characters. So, and now it's going to be different because they already killed off the real version of him. So now we're seeing him as the imposter version, so that's gonna be that's gonna be interesting.
Also, for you old heads, this man was in Braveheart. Just saying.
Braveheart, right. Gladiator.
Just saying.
That's right, Gladiator. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Just saying.
Yeah. But we have a lot of good actors in this, man. Yeah, we have I don't know if you guys have seen Newsroom. We had John Gallagher Jr.
Yeah, I know who he is though.
Oh, okay, that's where he's from.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's
I never
good,
watched
man.
Newsroom, but I recognize.
Yeah, and he's in that Cloverfield movie, the Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, Lane. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, good actor, man.
Yep. And we have a couple of stars in this first episode. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Or like BeastMode, like you said, the cameo,
like the little.
Yeah, that definitely is a cameo. That has to be a cameo.
Yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about? You know who we're talking about?
The friend.
Her friend?
No, who you talking about?
Who you talking about? Oh, I know who you talking about.
Mantis?
Who you talking about?
I don't know who you talking about. Who you talking about?
I talk about Marshawn Lynch, baby.
Yeah, Beast Mode.
Yeah.
The running back. No, but I don't think he's a cameo. I think he's in a few more episodes because he's part of that his crew. Well, I mean, like that thrown together crew. Oh, and this what's her name? That she was in Ready Player One.
Yes, Lena Waithe is her name.
Lena,
yeah.
Yep. She's blowing up too.
But it was funny when they're getting the guy who's like tweaking and he punches Marshawn Lynch in the face.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you about that scene though. They look like air punches, man. Like none of those looked real.
Bad. That was a bad punch. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, as good as that episode was in a lot of ways, and the technology, that was a bad stunt.
Yeah,
punch.
actually, I'm gonna go in the technical aspect for a little bit. The editing of that first episode was kind of like jarring, but not jarring on purpose. It was kind of like, I don't know, man. It kind of threw me off in some cuts. And like I said, those punches. I don't know if this is Jonathan Nolan's first episode that he's directed or
Could
what,
be.
but it's
I think he's directed a few other episodes. But is JJ is he just producing a name, or does he take a look at the stuff at all? Or
no, this is all Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy that's doing it. I mean, Bad Robot is the production company, but it's not. I don't think JJ Abrams has anything in it.
Well,
he's just making money.
You know why?
He's just making money. Much like Lost, but everyone gives him credit for Lost. I don't know why.
I mean, you.
Speaking of
also
the Desmond life, Yo Piece's brother called it known as Jedi on our GTA squad. Yeah, man, we are living the Desmond life right now.
I love Desmond, man. He's one of my favorite characters.
He's an awesome character.
We have to do that. Best characters in a TV series. That's what we should do.
Brother.
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
brother.
What I was trying to say is that you saw some things that are pretty much bad in the editing aspect of it. I saw it, but I didn't pay much attention because I've been watching, like I said, a lot of James Bonds, and man,
Oh yeah,
my man.
Yeah,
I know.
Listen,
especially the Roger Moore.
Listen,
we're not even there yet.
why?
We're not even
Okay,
there.
but you talk about people not watching something. Like, what was going on then? Like, come on now.
I know.
Because it was then.
My dad always has a joke. He always has a joke about in James Bond movies where James Bond would go in the water, like in a pool or in an ocean, and then like the next like scene he's dry.
Dried up.
And everything. He's completely
dried up. All right, so come on.
Happens all the time.
Come on.
Happens all the time.
He had a microchip under his skin that would instantly dry.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, whatever.
He had the Marty McFly jacket from the.
Yeah, you know what? And side note, sorry, is this something that always pet peeves me? I love the movie no matter what. And you know, because we're talking about James Bond until Sean Connery, since you guys are still in the Sean Connery ones. But something that, as much as I love Highlander, the concept is that they get the Scottish guy, to play a Spaniard.
Yep.
And then even call him Ramirez, yet he has a thick Scottish accent. Meanwhile, the French guy who cannot do a Scottish accent is the Highlander. You know what I'm saying? It's such a good movie, but it's like that's that one thing. Is like, why just make him a Scotsman? Why was the Spaniard thing so important? You know what I mean? Like, why just let him be a Scotsman too?
That's it.
How hard is
Who
that?
Who cares? Like they sword fight too.
It's another Scotsman. It's another Scotsman.
They sword fight too. Like there's no difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He was the original like actor where like you just pretend that his accent matches up to what you want. Because I was watching the other day, Hunt for Red October came on. I think it was what is it, a Paramount channel or whatever.
Sean, supposed to be Russian.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Russian.
not Russian.
Sean,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
Sean Connery, and I'm Russian. I'm Russian. I'm Sean Connery. Russian.
Oh, we haven't heard of that. We haven't heard Yopis do one of those for a while.
Oh, accents in a while. Actually, that's not bad. He ain't too bad.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. I'm. This is The Rock. We're in The Rock. And I'm Sean Connery.
I'm just borrowing your Humvee. I'm only borrowing your Humvee. The Rock.
So anyways, WestWorld.
So yeah, man, a lot of cameos in this first episode, though. To be honest, a lot. I saw a lot of people.
Not Sean Connery though.
Yeah.
No. Well, I think everybody wants to. It's one of those shows. It's HBO. Everybody wants to get in on it. Side note, HBO Max, I think it is, which is very upsetting because it's gonna be another stream service that they're gonna make.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that. Sorry.
But I believe Yopis played this game, The Last of Us.
Yes, I did play.
And they will be making that one. They announced for sure they will be filming the series for The Last of Us.
Yep, and they're also doing Uncharted.
Goodbye Walking Dead. And they will be doing Uncharted, but not until after they're done with the films of Uncharted with Tom Holland. And supposedly he's doing
that's
two.
Interesting.
So
is it gonna connect, or they're gonna be two separate things?
Probably two different.
I don't know. It's possible they connect because the series is supposed to be him older already, and obviously Tom Holland is playing the beginnings of the character. And then they're also throwing around God of War. Is the other possible HBO Max.
It sounds like they're trying to find their new Game of Thrones. That's what it
pretty
sounds
much.
Like.
Pretty much. I think they're just going to bombard the HBO Max with all the nerd, fantasy, all the stuff we like.
Also,
type of series.
Yeah. Also, it sounds like they got a good contract with PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the PlayStation is PlayStation owns all its properties.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. PlayStation owns the property, so they don't have to juggle around and play around. Like the Green Lantern series, they're gonna do. It's DC and Warner Brothers, and somebody. They I think Universal has a piece of it. So it's like a whole thing that they're getting into to do that series.
Yep.
And it has to cross over technically somehow with the CW for whatever reason. Is something that they planned with that too. Like it's a whole thing. So with PlayStation, they just outright own their properties, so they don't have to worry about it. It's just like they got the rights and they can just do what they got to do.
Yep.
Like they did with Game of Thrones. They got the rights from R.R. Martin and that's it. They did their thing. So
now other things are coming out for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so HBO is gonna go nuts, but then Netflix is gonna answer back, and everyone's gonna clap back with stuff. Disney Plus is gonna start doing more stuff after all this boils down. So
someday,
hopefully, eventually, streaming wars is gonna get great someday.
So
streaming wars is gonna get great.
So what do you guys think overall about the first episode? Overall, did you think it was okay? Did you think it was good, or did you think it was like you just waiting for more? You don't want to jump in all the way through.
I thought it was okay. It didn't leave me like the first season. I remember the first episode. I was like, okay, I want to watch the second one like right away. Yeah. This is kind of like okay, this was okay. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll probably wait a couple of episodes to kind of binge them.
Yeah. How did you feel with season 2? Like, were you hooked on that one from the beginning, or did you feel the same way that you felt with this one?
I feel I was hooked on season 2 more because of the ending of season 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Carried on.
I guess this is like kind of, if you relate it to the ending of season 2, I kind of like that ending was okay, but it wasn't as exciting as the first season. So I guess it's like, all right, yeah, I'll watch season 3, but after the first episode, it's not,
I'm kind of feeling, and don't get me wrong, because I enjoyed this and the direction that it's going in much more than a comparison I'm about to make. But I do feel like Doctor Who with the most recent, not the most recent season, but when they made the most recent change from one Doctor to the next, from Capaldi to the new Doctor.
Like, it feels like a different show.
It feels like a different show. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Is like, I actually enjoyed this more than that first episode. Your edit that we have on the Instagram is a much better. That right, I'll be honest, if it was edited that way, at least I would have gotten that oomph at the end. Like, okay, you know what? All right, I'm getting that Doctor Who feeling. I want to see what else is going on. But but you made it more traditional to what it was. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this because I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm glad I have, because this second season was better. They did some things that were interesting and went in a direction that I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with her last and next and final season. Supposedly, I'm not sure if she's gonna do another one after this also, but I think this is
they all usually do 3 seasons and then they're out.
But with this one, just like you said, it does feel like a different show. I have all the backstory to the characters that are going to be the main characters in this. And even with the Nazi world, World War II world, or whatever they're going to call it, it still doesn't feel like WestWorld. It's still too modern, and maybe because I've been seeing a lot of stuff 1917, which ain't it's World War I, but still I saw 1917 and Hunters and a lot of the things I'm seeing, that it feels a little bit too modern compared to the Raj world and to the Samurai world, with a lot of heavy still WestWorld, because that's where the main story was taking place.
Maybe it's because it's in the real world now. It's not in the park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give us that feeling of, even the second season, it was WestWorld, but we saw Samurai World. We saw different worlds, but it was still like
within the world,
like
within the world
situation. Yeah.
No, and even the WestWorld, the compound, like the main compound where all the, well, not the hosts, not the guests, but like, the presenters, the corporate people, the security and the scientists and all that. It just does. Yeah, exactly. The command centers, all that stuff. It doesn't have that feeling either. And then like the characters, like you said, like with Dolores, she just feels like, you don't see any of the previous Dolores anymore. And Bernard's kind of the same thing. He doesn't have that confidence anymore that we had in season 1 when he thought, he was, something that he wasn't. And so
that's why he's looking for Maeve now. He needs Maeve now.
Yeah. Well, the only reason would be to stop, Dolores, because she has that ability that she's programmed for. She's the safe net, and which is starting to feel a little Matrixy also. I got my Agent Smith and my Neo. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm feeling now. I got my Agent Smith to my Neo, or my Neo to my Agent Smith, is what's happening there. So I feel like that, like you said with the iRobot, I was mentioning Black Mirror, I feel like they're borrowing from a lot of other things now because they're a different show now, because they've gotten completely out of the WestWorld, and it's, I think it's still going to be good because it's HBO and they don't, try to put, just complete crap out there. But yeah, it might not be as good as season 2, and it's not going to be as good as season 1. But I think we're all going to still enjoy the ride for the most part. But yeah, I'm not...
I mean, we don't know that. It might surprise us. It might be better than season 1.
We don't know. I better have a couple of great episodes.
So I may be alone here. Maybe because I kind of enjoy the ending of season 2. I'm really enjoying this because, let me give you my explanation on why. So there was this popular game, and I'm bringing it back into something that I've experienced, but there was this popular game called, obviously people know about it, it's called Assassin's Creed. And they so Assassin's Creed, if you don't know, it's you there's this guy who goes into a world in order to fight, in order to find the apple or whatever it is that they're trying to find of a higher power. And it's because his ancestors are the only ones that were part of this whole story. So pretty much it's like a lineage of his storyline, and he's the only one that is allowed to go into this world. So the reason I'm excited is because while I used to play Assassin's Creed for all these years, I always wanted to see what the real world was. and they never gave me the real world till later on. Right, but it was too late by then. Like by then, I was already like, I don't care about this. You should have been giving me this in between storylines. So my problem, the excitement that I'm having is, as a viewer, I'm actually going back into this whole world and being able to see what the real world is. I'm actually excited because I didn't get that when I submerged myself into this game, and now that I'm getting into the show, I want to see it. I want to experience what their take is on this world, and what is it, a world within the world type of deal. Like, I want to see what it is for me. So I guess I'm a little bit more excited. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I'm giving you my take on what happened with me and why I'm not all in, but I am excited about it. I'm more. I want it. Like, I want to see the next. I wanted it the next episode, the next hour. Like, I just wanted to be immersed into this. So that's just my take on it.
It sounds like it's setting you up exactly like Assassin's Creed, but they're actually giving you what you wanted. Like, Assassin's Creed just kind of like
Assassin's Creed just kept me in that past world the whole time, and when they would bring you to the real world, I was like, yes, but I want this. This is what I want now. Stop giving me enough like that. So this is just my take on the whole situation.
Yeah. Sadly, I think I was more excited for the season to start. Because same thing, I wanted to see the real world, and then I guess subconsciously and internally I realized I preferred the West world. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you know what? I really didn't want to see that. I actually do. I do like more all the way, and I think that's what happened internally. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna watch it all the way through. I'm definitely. It's not bad. It was good. It wasn't a mind blowing first episode. I'll tell you what I am excited for is, just like season 2, it's gonna have a couple of great episodes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even season 2 had like 2 episodes that just stood out, that are just great by standalone, great pieces of television and storytelling. And you know they're going to do that again here, because they have very creative writers and creative directors. And there's just going to be that one episode that's either a flashback or a flash forward or
because we don't know. We don't know who's where and what timeline now is anybody in.
Exactly. So
or what new characters or things like that.
So we're going to see something to that extent where there's going to be just that, at least 2. Usually it's always at least 2 per season of all the HBO shows. We're just going to get that episode where you're just like, wow, I'm just so glad I stuck around for this. Like, this is what I wanted to experience and feel. And I know they're going to give us that, whether it's in the real world or in the West world or in the World War II world or wherever they're at. It's good. You're gonna get those 2 episodes, so I know it's gonna be good. And again, the performances are good. The vast majority of the actors are doing good. I mean, MSK, we're probably gonna get disappointed here and there with some editing stuff. I remember Game of Thrones left a Starbucks cup of coffee on.
True
that.
But
stuff happens. You know what I mean? Stuff happens.
That's continuity, but yeah.
Even on HBO, stuff happens. So, but yeah, I think overall it's gonna be worth watching. And hopefully Yo Piece is the one who's right here, and it's going to be a good.
No, it's going to be. It's going to be a good. It's still going to be a good season. It's just, is it going to be better than the last season? It's one of those like comparison things. Real quick, I do want to remind you guys that one of the best episodes is in season 2 when they did the Ghost Nation episode, the backstory. Man, that's the best episode. Yep. I think that's one of my favorite episodes in the whole series.
That's an incredible episode. That's the one with the love story with with what's his name. Yeah, that's an incredible episode. And that's pretty much the one I was referring to, because that's the only one that's coming to mind right now. I know there was another episode that season where I was like, wow, that's another good episode. I believe it was another Maeve heavy one. I believe it was a Samurai World one.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I actually enjoyed that.
So there's good stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. And again, all great actresses. And actually, just something, speaking of with Dolores specifically, true, and I think it's not the actress, it's and the performance, it's the way the characters now be written. Of like what I said earlier, we're no longer seeing reminiscences of who she used to be, but the range that we see from her as the original Dolores and the villain Dolores. Me and my barber were actually talking the other day, and we were saying example, like, because I'm sure you've heard the rumors of Johnny Depp maybe as the Joker it's just pure rumors right now, for the Joker in the new Batman movie or whatnot. And we were talking about they need to go with other villains, like, give Joker a rest. Joaquin just killed it with that and did it great. And there's so many, like a Mr. Freeze, the Piece and I were talking about the other day when we were gaming. And I just like, I believe it or not, I'm gonna say this, I think she would be an awesome Poison Ivy. The actress who plays Dolores. And I just seen that episode of Westworld, and I said, if you know,
see
it's Poison Ivy, and I would see her do it because we could see her go from victim to villain so well, especially if they write it well, there's more of a transition to it, not just like a switch, but like a serious Poison Ivy, not Uma Thurman and the insanity that was that Schumacher or was that a Tim Burton one? I don't remember anymore. I think it was Schumacher. I'm pretty sure it was Schumacher.
That was Schumacher.
Yeah, definitely Schumacher. But I'm like a serious, not exactly what they did with Joaquin Phoenix and Joker, because it would be a Batman movie, not just a standalone villain movie. But aside from a Mr. Freeze, which is like that would be like my ultimate good, well done villain Batman movie I would love to see. As a Poison Ivy, only because of the actress I'm thinking of, like I think she would do that role like perfectly. Like I think that would be a really good take on a Poison Ivy. So I just want to show my respect to the actress, because I don't think it's her that flipped the switch. Right. It's the writer that purposely flipped that switch on the character. So
I mean, I think it would be okay if they bring it back. Like one of you said earlier, I forgot. I think it was Omega when you said that that's why they brought Aaron Paul in to kind of bring that back.
Yeah, to try and soften her up again and bring the emotion.
Yeah, that I mean, if they do that, then it's kind of
like I hope, like what Yopi just said, I hope they do what he says, that she actually starts to come back to herself in manipulating him and realizing how she did Teddy dirt. You know what I mean? Like, and then actually be.
Oh, and then there's that spoiler. Did you guys see that spoiler at the end with the next trailer?
I saw a couple. I saw a couple of things. The CEO with the kids, something like that.
Well, they talked about who the new Charlotte Hale might be, like who the new Essence, I guess, the new person that's in there, who it might be.
Oh, who's inside of her? Yeah.
I did hear that, but I do remember about that. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. You're right.
Yeah, which is like, why would they add that? But yeah.
Well, who do you think? Who do you think's in her?
We're gonna talk about that spoiler well, they brought up that it might be.
We went spoiler alert anyway, so
they said that it might be Teddy in there.
Oh,
right. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was just
that would be interesting. Yeah. That would be interesting because she's still manipulating.
So I really love that actor though. They need to bring Teddy back somehow.
Yeah,
I really like that.
And he did good in Sonic.
Yeah, well, I didn't see Sonic.
James Marsden. Yeah,
but I'm sure he was good.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Just to mention it again, we'll see with this whole quarantine thing. Hopefully, come August, we're looking good. I'm sure everyone out there, like we said, a lot of movies have been pushed back, shows have been pushed back, as we'll have cons. Super cons got bumped to July, so back to the 4th of July weekend. Yeah. And I literally think I just said in the last episode, at least they're not doing it on 4th of July weekend again. And now, here we go, back to 4th of July weekend. Yep. Other events have just been straight up canceled. We'll see what's going to happen to... the con of cons, the San Diego Comic-Con. MegaCon is on standby from what I read. Mm-hmm. As of right now, because it's not until August 8th, Sunrise City Comic-Con, hopefully Fanatically Correct will be making an appearance and having a couple panels, doing a couple topics. So,
and I'm sure your time is not going to work out for the other Comic-Cons or the other cons, so you might as well just come to our con.
Yep. It might be big then. Now it'll be the big one because all the big ones are closed.
The only one funny. In town, baby.
I'm gonna be the Kevin Smith of Sunrise City Comic.
That's hilarious.
Let me at this point just tell people where to find us before we end the show, because it's just a routine that we have to do. I don't know if it's working, but at this point, I don't care.
We have to try.
So we have to try, right? So you can listen to us on Fanatically Correct and rate us specifically on iTunes and PodBean. Use Google Play Music, Google Podcasts, AnyPod, or ask any of your smart home devices. You can also follow us on our social media websites using that @handle FanCorrect for Twitter and Instagram, or just search for Fanatically Correct on Facebook and MeWe. Our website is fanaticallycorrect.com, and that will take you straight to the PodBean website where you can listen to us and, again, just rate us. And you can always email us at contactfancor@gmail.com. That's contactfancor@gmail.com. Or leave us a voicemail, which is 786-704-8404, and you might be featured on one of our future episodes. So before you actually call us, don't forget to ask your provider and see if it's free to call us, because we ain't paying for your calls. That's about it, and that's where you can find us. Bam!
I gotta say this right now. This might not be true in the future, but as of right now, that was on the spot. Excellent, yo piece.
Yeah, I was about to say,
this might be snipped. It might sound exactly the same from now on in every episode.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
MSK might just
thank you guys.
Keep it as a separate whatever you call it in editing, a module or whatever, and just paste it over.
I mean, it only took me like 47 episodes to start getting this a little bit better. So yeah,
47.
That's what happens.
Maybe that's why when MSK said let's start at 10, he said 11. He needed an hour to rehearse.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Thank you, man.
Before we get into someone winging a necessity, because I don't know who's gonna wing it, but I'm sure it's getting winged. One other thing I wanted to bring up that's kind of funny, just little observations. Like you see, like the future, like how it is, like no one drives anymore. Because like, it's the bag in the car. Do you know how to drive one of those? Like no one drives.
Yeah,
and like it's not even stick. It's not even stick. Like general car. Like do you know how to drive?
Hey, that motorcycle was pretty cool.
That motorcycle was
raw. Self-driving. Oof.
Yeah.
They need to.
Those are all Tesla cars.
They need to start adding that on GTA, like ASAP.
For real.
Like I want that.
Yeah, and that folding Glock she had too in the purse. That was a sick scene, man. When I don't know about the editor's standpoint. MSK is more critical about those things, but that scene, the way they did it with the reverse camera, and you were seeing.
Oh yeah, that scene was awesome.
That was a raw cut scene. The way they did that, I really enjoyed that.
Take.
Yeah, and then she was like drove over the guy behind her, and you see her in the front shoot the other guy in the head. Like that was brutal.
And then you see the guy get in the car and just leave. Like
yeah. No, and the whole time you're waiting, like, okay, she's playing possum, like, all right, come on already, come on, wake up, all right, come on, like, come on. When you do something about this, you're letting them go really far with this.
Yeah,
like, come
on now.
But yeah, I had to point out that scene. Any other observations or point outs before somebody wings something?
No, it's gonna be a good season, man. We just gotta stop comparing it to the first season because it's kind of perfect.
I agree.
That's what it is.
Right, that first season's pretty perfect.
But then again, like you're in your right to feel that way. Like if you're really not enjoying it, that's your right. You may feel that way. They might surprise you, or they may not. I just feel like that's how I felt. That's how you felt, and that's how Omega felt. This is what this show is all about. It's about having that type of difference and being able to be a fan before anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. If it doesn't have we'll see if it has a jump the shark moment and we all start totally disagreeing. But for now,
true that.
Yeah, everyone has their opinion.
Batman.
So I'm gonna go ahead real quick, and my whole idea with Supernatural was.
Okay, this is a joke, right? This gotta be a joke, right?
Of course it is, bro. I'm not gonna talk about Supernatural. Now. We'll do an episode.
This gotta be a
your
joke.
piece and I think I think the plan is we'll do a if MSK can get on it, we're gonna do a breakdown for him. We're gonna jump back and forth, do like 2 minutes per season.
Yep.
To bring MSK up to speed, and then I will share then what the ending should be. So it'll probably take, I think if we can get us down to like 60 seconds a season, and then MSK interjecting his opinions and like, that's stupid, that sounds crazy, that's wild, what do they do, what are they thinking?
True that.
Reacting to each one. We could probably get it within an hour mark, and I'll give my concept then, and we'll do it before the series completely closes down.
How you feel about that?
It has to be 60 seconds per season because there's like 75 seasons of the show.
Yeah. How do you feel about that that little take, MSK? You down for that?
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that'll work, because it's the only way he's gonna just either watch it on YouTube or us do it for him anyways.
Yeah, you might as well do it for him.
He's commit.
I'm never gonna watch the series, man. It's gonna be one of those things where it's too far. It's too far gone.
He will, but in a time where like it's gonna be like retirement. You know what I mean? And and we're gonna be
it'll be one of those things that I could watch an episode a day. Right? I did the math. If I do an episode a day of The Simpsons, I will finish in like 5 years. Right? So if I did something like that with Supernatural,
you finish in a year. I don't think it's that many episodes.
It's not that many episodes. It's like 23 episodes a season.
Yeah, 15 seasons. Yeah, I think just over a year of one episode.
It's about 2 years. It's about 2 years.
See, you know what's gonna happen? Since I'm the older one, he's gonna be like, an old man. He's gonna be at my grave going, "I finally saw it, Omega, and you were right. Season 5 was the best season." That's it.
And then I'll put season 5 like the box set.
And then we all go.
Grave, right?
Then we all go to Omega, and then we take a shot. That's what we do.
I'll hire a band to do that for you.
Or we do the other outro.
These guys, especially Yopis. Once upon a time, I watched Supernatural way before Yopis did, and I got so much crap from these guys about that show. And then
I did.
Yopis got on it.
I did.
Yeah. To be fair, that song is kind of cheapy, and you were like really adamant
that's not
that the
intro song. That's like an in between.
No, but they used
outro.
They used it in the first episodes. They used it as the intro for a while, and then they
I
found,
didn't remember
they
that
found
point.
their niche. They found the good song, and they were like, "We're sticking with this forever."
Yeah, you know what happened?
Yeah.
They got a budget.
Yeah.
That's what happened, and then they got a real song.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
All right, so anyone have a necessity, or someone's gonna wing this?
I don't got one, so if you put it on me, I'm winging it. Either of you got one?
Nope.
Going one.
I'm just gonna wing it. I mean, I'm just gonna recommend I think Yopis brought it up, or you brought it up, that we're not gonna keep doing episode. Yep. We're not gonna review every episode of Westworld.
Nope. No, we're not.
So if you want to listen to a podcast that does do that, I would recommend Coffee Klatch Crew. They're doing the whole season.
They do episode by episode? Awesome.
Yeah, episode by episode, they break it down, very detailed. Yep. They go with everything.
They're good.
Just listen to them.
They're not a broadcast. They're good. They're actually.
They are not a broadcast. No,
not at all. So
they are an experienced. They're an experienced cast. That's what they
for sure.
But yeah, they do a good job about pulling out the details in every episode. So I would check them out.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So there you go. That's we recommended another podcast, so you could do that. I know, as usual, we'll keep giving them shout outs because we talk with them a lot and joke with them a lot, and we've been playing around with the Twitch thing. Of course, Raf3, hit up his channel. Right now, I think a lot of people are going to be looking for a lot of entertainment sources,
definitely.
Soon, and a lot of people, we're going to get through this. It's all going to be good, and everyone just has to do their part and keep yourself entertained, keep yourself sane. It's very important, and this is a way to do it. Reading,
be safe out there. Also,
comic books, napping, video gaming, working if you're able to still work.
Also, napping, and if you can't, just nap. That's one thing.
Nap, gaming in between work. Gaming would be good.
Lots of gaming. Twitching. I'm twitching. All that good stuff. Podcasting, of course. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to start podcasts now. There's going to be. I mean, there's already so many podcasts. Pretty much everybody has.
Well, no, a lot of people are going live.
Yeah, live stuff. Yeah, live stream. I mean, it's interesting because you're seeing now. Unfortunately, they're getting in on everyone's action as usual. Now the big celebrities. Which that's speaking of big celebrities, that Jared Leto thing's hilarious. Basically the Rick Grimes, of COVID-19.
No, that's the Black Mirror. The Black Mirror.
Jared Leto. That's true. Like the Black Mirror. Yeah, Topher Grace's character. That's hilarious. But yeah, it's you have a lot of celebrities now getting in on the live streaming and the Instagram and all that stuff. So they're kicking out all the all the everyday people that have been playing that game and taking over. I saw a video the other day. The lead singer from Coldplay was doing musical performances online live. You got speaking of Westworld, Anthony Hopkins was playing piano with his cat.
Yeah,
it's like
I saw that.
I just saw that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so everyone's all over it. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be the Oasis pretty soon. It's either gonna be the Purge, Mad Max, or the Oasis.
That's funny. That's funny.
We're seeing. I already got my Mohawk scheduled. So
quarantine. Hey, by the way, everyone in Florida, relax. Just relax.
I mean,
yeah.
You know what? I want to say this to the whole world.
Relax on the toilet paper.
We got fans all over the world. I want to say to the whole world, just relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, but specifically for Florida, because they.
Yeah. No, I mean,
kind of crazy.
I mean, when you realize that you were in Florida, you kind of realize who we're living among. So that's. I mean.
Yeah.
We get it. We get it. But the world, like, come on now.
Yeah, in fairness, to give the South Floridian perspective, we kind of see this a lot because we have hurricane seasons, and basically, because everyone has natural disasters, stuff like that, but we're the ones that have like weeks to prepare for it, weeks to panic about it. You know what I mean? So we see this where just everything starts flying off the shelves, and everything's like everyone's just doing the craziest stuff, lining up for gas 2 miles around the blocks and 20 propane tanks, and strapping them to their front yard because that's safe. Just like the stuff you see, and the hoarding and all that. So like we're kind of used to it already. The people who aren't the one extreme or the other, the middle ground people that are like being cautious but also not overreacting and panicking. But we're used to seeing the other two extremes. And of course, like what I say that they always leave out in the apocalypse movies and all this stuff is the memes and the jokes. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
After we get the just what we need and we calm down, we laugh at all the other stuff. You know what I mean? We laugh at the memes and the jokes and all the other stuff. It's not to be taken lightly, but it's also not to go into panic, because panic's not going to help nobody. No. But Florida, we're used to this. Unfortunately, welcome everybody to hurricane season. That's basically what this is.
No, and I just want to
everyone's in the cone right now. That's what it is.
Just to go with what you're saying, I'm not talking about the people like hoarding the toilet paper, which that joke is running a little bit further than it should be by now.
I'm talking about the party people at the beach.
So I get it. I'm talking about the people that are at the beach, the people that are hoarding baby food. Come on now.
That's insane.
Come on now. Yeah. And those people that continue going to clubs, come on now. You get some sense. Just a little bit of sense. Just a little bit.
Look, it's quite simple. Look, this is number one. Everyone's being affected in some way. No one being more affected than people who are dying from it. End of story. That's the worst way to be affected by this. But everyone's unhappy about this. Everyone is not enjoying it, and we're trying to make the best of it. But we all have to just suck it up, do our part so it works, so it's over sooner. If everyone keeps, avoiding it, one or two things are going to happen. Either it's not going to work, or more extreme measures are going to be taken to force people to, cooperate and do what needs to be done.
That's what I don't want.
So if everyone just, come on, we all love a day at home all the time. And the Netflix and chill was everyone's number one, thing to do. Now all of a sudden, when they're telling you to Netflix and chill, now you don't want to.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to the beach. Yeah. Now you want to go, it's like, it's just everyone just, do your part, bite the bullet. And let's get this over with quickly, and we'll have a bunch of wonderful stories and jokes and everything after the fact.
Sit down, hang out at home, listen to our podcasts. And,
exactly. As it is apparently 40 something episodes, maybe a 50th at some point soon. So just if you haven't, recommend us or re-listen to us. I'm gonna have to re-listen to us because I keep forgetting all the stuff that I've said before, and
you forgot what you said in this episode.
Of course, and I need to remember the necessities so I can provide that list, and we'll get that out there because I think I'll probably just drop a necessity a day on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. We'll do that to get people rewatching some of that stuff that haven't yet, because we got a lot of good ones. It wouldn't be necessity if it wasn't, and we have a whole episode. It's basically just necessities. So. We have like 3 episodes.
Well, let's not get into that. They could go into our catalog and check that out for themselves.
That is true. And awesome. Like Yopi said about reviewing us and all that, you listen to an episode, you watch the necessity, and you got things to say about the necessity, whether you thought we were wrong, or you didn't like it, or you really liked it and why you recommend it. Review us and comment and follow us and comment and email us and all that good stuff. And like Yopi said, maybe we give you a name drop and mention you in an episode or in one of our shares or likes or whatnot. And get out there and let's everyone be interactive. I mean, I think that was a good time for a lot of that to happen, and it's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of interaction now online, in streaming, in podcasting, in films. I mean, there's going to be so many albums and scripts come out when this is all over because of all the creative minds locked away in their homes right now with nothing to do but be creative and write music and write scripts and write books, and you know what I mean. So we're going to have basically it is the 20s again, a plague. Being locked out of bars and nightclubs, and then there'll be that boom again where it's roaring with art and creativity and good times and
and bomb shelters
and everything, and bomb shelters. This guy.
All right.
So I leave it on that note. But Coffee Clutch Crew. That's an excellent. Necessity, something different. Give another podcast for people to listen to. That's more in depth and more detail, especially if you're a WestWorld fan, like MSK was saying. And I guess we can leave it on that. Anything else to add, boys?
No, we're good.
Okay, then that's Omega saying peace.
MSK, peace out.
Yo, peace. Peters.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.